Welcome to the second episode of Series 64, everybody. In today's episode, we finish our characters and create a social club for Flabbergasted, a game by our guests, Fleur and Chelsea Sciortino, from the Wanderer's Tome. Before we get to the episode, of course, here's what to expect in our call to action.
Normal call to action.
Yeah.
No, there's actually a little bit for me. It's I can say that, yeah. Join us for our thoughts about recording, normal announcements about our Patreon, some quick updates about Ryan, a special Ryan-related thing, and some Kickstarter stuff.
Mm-hmm. Until then, enjoy the show, everybody. On the last episode of Character Creation Cast, Fleur was creating a bohemian named Tilly Cooper. Chelsea was creating an aristocrat named Countess Winifred Basilweather. Amelia was creating a well-to-do shoe heiress named Edith Weatherwax. And I was creating a personal book organizer staff member named Margot Carlisle. We're picking up right where we left off last time. Enjoy.
So I think we have most of the character done. We can do the character traits. So apart from what's already selected on your sheet, we need to choose 5 more traits.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to, indicate what your character is good at.
All right.
And the maximum we can have when starting out in each character trait is 4. So you can't exceed that.
Okay.
And something to keep in mind that these scene cues, you at the end of every episode, you can either pick a new scene cue or you can level up a character trait. So that way you don't have to be too precious about, I really want these 5 scene cues, because you probably get them early on.
Okay.
So how many we pick 1 scene cue right now, or
4?
4. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. I was listening.
It's okay, a lot of filling in to do.
Yeah. So add 5 more points to character traits and pick 4 scene cues.
Oh boy. They're so good.
Right. All right. Wait, no, I need 1 more. Never mind.
I would like all of them, please.
Okay. I have picked mine. I'm going to go with Brown Noser. So I am no stranger to sucking up. It's how you managed to get where you are now. I also picked Silver Spoon. You may not be an aristocrat, but being born into a wealthy family meant that you moved in the same circles. I picked Headstrong. Everyone knows to steer clear of you when an argument is breaking out. And then I'll give you an IOU. You get someone to do you a big favor to help you out of a bind, and then offer a favor in return. But, they'll collect on it eventually, and you don't know what it is.
Something else about scene cues that maybe you noticed when picking them. Some scene cues will affect your scandal and your dignity as you use them.
Mm-hmm.
So right after it will say plus scandal or plus dignity. Like, for example, I'm going to go through the 4 I picked. So I picked, don't you know who I am? You name drop your family title to impress or intimidate. You throw about your social standing shamelessly to convince others of your lies, intimidate them to do your bidding, or get them to overlook a misdeed. And this adds a scandal when I use it because people don't really like you shamelessly dropping your name. I chose Sweet Talker. You never go stag anywhere. When you turn your charm on, people become hopelessly enamored with you. Be warned, you're likely to have a string of admirers if you keep this up. And again, that's a plus to scandal. Then I picked the perfect host. You've planned and organized many galas, fetes, and dinners. You know which vendor will help you out in a pinch and are certain that there's no item you cannot source. And then I picked well-read because she's, always in a library.
That makes sense.
Yeah, with an excellent education, a well-stocked library at home, and plenty of idle time, you know a little something about everything. You may impress those around you with your superior knowledge or recall an important piece of information to aid you in a predicament. So that's Winifred.
I love how
Very nice.
how much just picking these scene cues tells us about these characters. I mean, not only do they seem super fun to play, but just based on which ones I've picked, I can tell so much more about who Edith is and how I'm gonna play her.
Yes,
Or
that's true.
Would if we played this game.
I mean, I'm falling a bit in love with my character. I think she'll be fun to play.
Yeah, right.
You might notice that to the side of the scene cues, there's a section for additional scene cues. And that's so that we don't lock out anyone from maybe thinking that there's a perfect scene cue for their character in another archetype sheet. And you still have the option to maybe add them in there.
Very nice.
So, for example, there is one in the Bohemian character sheet that I think would be perfect for the book organizer, which is the ability. I read that in a book. Right, you love burying yourself in a good book. The more obscure and niche, the better. You can recall obscure facts and make comparisons that most people would never even think of.
That's perfect.
So that would be perfect.
I imagine your character probably taking that.
Absolutely.
I really
I'm
like
going
that.
to pop that in there, and then what do I have to? Now I have to painfully remove one.
But don't worry, you can add more later.
Yeah. Okay. So
that could be the fifth scene cue.
That's fine. Okay, so I've got mine then. So for my traits, I added 1 to bravado and persuasion, burning it to 2. Wit and sharp, I put all the way up to 4. And then creativity and passion at 3. And then I just left culture and etiquette alone because I figured she'll pick that up along the way. She's young. It'll be fine.
It's a good time.
And then for my scene cues, I went with, I read that in the book, which sounds perfect for an additional scene cue.
Oh, yeah. That wasn't in on the aristocrat's character sheet, right?
No, that was in the Bohemian.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, so I moved that to the staff. And then that gives me plus dignity when I use that, which is nice. For the ones that I picked off of the sheet here, I've got this way, please. Your years of employment and everything from grand manners to my quote-unquote years of employment to large department stores means that you can accurately intuit the layout of a building, including the rooms that many would rather keep a secret.
Well, that's a fun one.
That helps me with my trying to find places that might be hiding this special book. I also took unseen and unnoticed, which most residents don't pay attention to you. You can quickly blend into your surroundings and move about while avoiding detection. I thought that would also be useful for finding this book and snooping around a bit. And because of my current employer, I took the walls have ears, so I can get all the dirt from all of the other people within the employ of my employer and get all of those rumors and possibly even start my own rumors to spread.
I love how evocative these are.
I know.
They're just so, some of them are so specific, but they're so evocative.
It would inspire you to move a scene in a certain direction as well, so you can use it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You'll definitely have one that will fit into your scene. That's what we found in games.
Yeah.
I have picked my character traits and my scene cues. I have 2 in bravado and persuasion, 3 in culture and etiquette, 2 in wit and sharp, and 3 in creativity and passion. I decided to keep the culture and creativity equal because I figured my character, being a child prodigy musical performer, probably had to learn how to suck up to lots of and be very polite and say thank you to everyone who was praising her. I then picked 4 scene cues. I picked a passionate display, which is that I can pick an artistic skill that she is very proficient in. You can give a passion display every time you perform with this So, and I picked the violin. So when she starts playing the violin, like all eyes are on her. I also picked wax poetic. You tend to be overly verbose and dramatic when you speak. Depending on with who you're speaking, they can either be utterly charmed or completely drained by the end. Then there's friends in low places. In your pursuit of art, you've enjoyed the company of all manner of people, even with the ones deemed unsavory. If you ever need help with something not entirely legal, you know exactly who will help you out. This is to represent like her recent shift from like her cushy, relatively comfortable life to her trying to pursue art. And then I picked good taste. You offer your aesthetic perspective, whether it was asked for or not. Your advice is invaluable in making something infinitely more appealing.
Amazing.
So good.
And so then, for example, her friends in low places, every time she uses it, she'll go up in scandal, but she'll go up in dignity every time she uses good taste.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
I love it. 2 of the ones I've picked increase scandal. Nothing increases dignity.
Right? Yeah, it's interesting because I read it in a book, increases dignity, but the walls have ears have scandal. So I figure I'm going to be balancing back and forth quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're shocked to find, Ryan, that I am not.
That you just led into the scandal. Yeah, I know that's
just,
extraordinarily shocking that you would lead into any sort of antagonism.
Yeah, right. Me? Never.
Never.
I always play the worst person possible. It's fine.
Exactly. And picking my scene cues had made me decide on the one of 2 flaws that I was between. And I landed on Snoop for my flaw.
Yeah,
that works with the scene cues.
I love it.
I picked card cheat for my flaw because she's got addicted to this like adrenaline lifestyle, and she's like living a bit on the edge.
I picked show off.
Unsurprising.
That's
amazing.
Yeah, everything about this character is like insufferable.
Oh, that is so good. So it seems like we made our people then, right?
The only thing that we have left to add is we can distribute the readies, the money.
Yes.
That's a fixed amount.
Yeah. So the aristocracy gets the most. We get 80 readies. The well-to-dos get 60. Bohemians get 50. And the staff gets 40. And apart from this being the starting readies, we also get this during the end of an episode as like a salary or an allowance if you're an aristocrat, or patronage if you're a bohemian. So I got 80. It's pretty good.
Oh, the staff could have some influence on how their employer spends their allowances if the employer is in the group.
Yes.
How convenient.
Yeah.
So if you organize my library well enough, come talk to me.
I also supply plenty of rumors for you.
That's
which
true.
I know you enjoy the gossip.
That's true. Yeah. And maybe you know something about some of these suitors.
Yeah, there you go. I can find the dirt.
Yeah. Well, you're always listening.
Yeah.
Maybe they're working together, to help each other out. You get her into get her connections with possible suitors, and you're going to give her access to the libraries.
Oh yeah,
that's good. Good partnership. So when it comes to readies, there are a few ways that you can use money in the world. So firstly, you can bribe people if you want. You can also use it for charity and patronage throughout the game. And in our book, we also outline that when you bribe, it's going to affect scandal. And if you use charity and patronage, it's going to affect dignity. So this could be a way for you to also maybe change your tracker if you want throughout the game. But the main way that we're going to use our readies is to upgrade our social club. So we're going to
invest within it.
To invest and upgrade and add more rooms to our social club. when you upgrade your social club and add different rooms, each room has its own mostly narrative addition to your social club. There are some social club rooms that increase the cap on your traits. So some are also mechanical. That's mostly how we're going to use our readies.
Okay.
Is there anything else on our sheet?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
So we can, there's the status where it says healthy, scuffed, injured. I mean, that's when we just marked that we're currently healthy.
Mm-hmm.
The other statuses of scuffed and injured, those are more narrative, because in our game we don't really have death it's not part of our unless you want your character to die, but otherwise
so if you're scuffed, really all this is going to do is that you're going to be more closely scrutinized in social interactions. It's going to be harder if you're bruised and have a broken arm.
That makes sense.
And then if you're injured, which is very, very badly injured, you can perform simple actions, but you can't use character traits or scene cues until you are at least in a scuffed or healthy state again.
And the way you become healthy again is just by resting, or like it's all narrative. You either rested or you've gone to like a doctor or a hospital or a clinic, something like that.
Or you go to your social club and rest there, or to your own home. There are also some scene cues that can be used to heal someone.
Okay.
I think the only other thing that is not really filled out on the character sheet which is the nickname.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the nickname, just like in real life, you kind of need to earn your nickname. You can't just give yourself one. So the idea behind this is that if your character becomes known for doing something, then the other club members can decide to nominate a nickname for you at the end of a episode, at the end of a session. And this nickname kind of works like a custom scene cue. So we had given an example, for example, the nickname Soots, and you're very love setting things on fire for whatever reason. So you could use your nickname eventually to, for example, create a little pyro distraction somewhere along the way, and it will just automatically succeed because it just works like a scene cue.
Love it. That's so good.
And like scene cues, it can be used once per session. So in your scene cues, we've selected 4 earlier, but we all start with 1 use in every scene cue. So you'll just select one of the boxes and outline it so you have 1 use, and you can just use that once in the session. So you have 4. When you level up later, you can either add a new scene cue or you can upgrade a use to one of your existing scene cues. Up to a maximum of 3 uses.
Yeah. Gosh. And now I want to play like a 10-year-long campaign and see how many we can get uses of, and just see how ridiculous the sessions become.
Do we get to create our social club?
Yeah.
Should we create a social club?
We can do that.
I would love to create a social club.
I would really like to.
Please.
All right.
Let's make a social club.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So the first thing we have to do is to pick the club's theme, which is the most important.
Of course.
Yeah, that's going to help us figure out everything else. So any ideas why we would be joining a specific club together?
Okay, my idea is a like dating or matchmaking club.
That's what I was gonna say.
I was thinking the same thing.
Okay, well, I guess our club theme
decided.
Is yeah. I think it's mostly just going by Chelsea's character, the one who's always she's looking for love.
She would definitely.
I mean,
yeah, she would join us. She would probably start it.
So should we make it a matchmaking club where we find matches for prospective people, or is it a club that just? Because I think a club where everyone's just trying to date each other is weird.
Right.
Well, and because I'm married, air quotes.
Yes.
So obviously it would have to be matchmaking. I'm not here to look for someone. I'm married.
And my character Tilly, she's here because she's trying to understand love. She wants to see love happen between people and, find that spark of creativity.
Yeah.
And Ryan's character has read so many books about love. So she's practically an expert at 23.
So many books, but also gives me unique opportunities. Well, I need to figure out who you are. And in order to do that, I might need to see your library. Because you can tell a lot about a person by the books they keep.
True.
And Winifred, loves love in other people, but she's obviously using these events, these matchmaking events, as an opportunity for her to find her perfect match. So definitely matchmaking. And the next thing we have to do is pick the club's name. Pick one.
What is a good?
Cupid's Crusaders.
Oh, you're always so good at club names. She always comes up with them so quickly.
Right. I like it.
My first thought was the matchsticks.
Oh, I like that.
I was trying to think of something
I do
book
like
related too.
Something about an open book or...
Could just be matchbook.
Yeah, I like matchbook.
I mean, it could be like the Matchbook Club.
Yeah.
I like that.
The Matchbook Club has a weird crossover with people looking for love and also pyromaniacs.
Yeah, we get a lot of. There's a lot of.
Get a lot of people.
Yeah.
Or maybe
They leave happy because we find them somebody, but boy, do they come in looking for doing some arson.
Now, Ryan, because of this, I want to, instead of doing stickers this month, I'm like, oh, we should do custom matchbooks. Can we just mail our patrons matchbooks?
Can you mail matchbooks?
I'm sure you can.
I don't, maybe.
I'm pretty sure you can.
You could probably without matches inside.
Yeah.
For some reason, I actually know this fact.
So. To I have a dangerous goods shipping license. I have certification for that. So I'm sure I probably can. As long as I check all the right boxes.
That feels like a story I want to ask about. How you
it's for work because I work in the medical field, so I have to be licensed to ship out
less
lab
exciting
samples.
than I thought.
I know. It's I do like to tell people though, I'm licensed to ship dangerous goods.
Yeah. The medical professional story is the cover story.
Yeah,
right.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I took a 30-minute online course, so
yeah.
So that's the extent of the story.
you keep making it less exciting.
Right. I know which stickers to stick on which part of the box. That's really what it's about. But yes, I love the Matchbook Club. I like that.
Germany really like the name.
So
it's really cute. So we're a Matchbook Club. We're a matchmaking club. And the next thing we have to do is we have to write the description and location for the club.
So this one, we need to decide where is our clubhouse taking place? So
maybe it could be...
What's the building?
It could be a part of one of our characters' house, maybe. Or it can just be I don't know, a coffee shop. Work.
I was going to say, is there a an event room at the local library?
Oh, I
we host our events there.
I mean, the library makes sense.
What about a library courtyard?
Ooh,
that's pretty.
I like that.
Because you got the nice gardens and curated trellises and all that sort of
and
stuff.
You could host a nice little tea party thing there. Yeah.
And then it's more fancy for clients to come in and be seeing the nice relaxing sort of atmosphere.
And your character probably has an inn with the library, so that they can give us the space whenever we need.
Yeah. Yeah. So the library gardens.
Library gardens, I like that.
Very cute. Library gardens.
And then the description would probably be it's a courtyard with lots of greenery and chairs put out.
A description of our club.
Yeah.
Right. So it's
or what we do.
Yeah, what we do. So we're a matchmaking club. Yeah, so the Matchbook Club is a club for matchmaking and sometimes matchmaking the members themselves. We host fancy events. And that's about it.
And speed dating events.
And speed dating events.
Mm-hmm. Little mixers. And then I would like to point out that it annual or semi-annual, I don't know if it's like a like winter and summer or spring and fall, something like that. We obviously do host a large like ball.
Yes. Oh yeah.
This is very important to me.
And seasonal balls. Oh yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. The next step is to write a club slogan. So this is something that everyone in the club chants. Like, I can't think of anything. Fleur, you're good at this. You're good at this. Something that we chant. Something about our club.
Our choices won't burn you.
Well, I was gonna say setting hearts on fire.
Oh,
Setting
Hearts on Fire is
so
pretty good.
Everyone's so good.
I was gonna say Cupid's on the job. I was like, we're like Cupid's on the job, and
that's cute too. I like Hearts on Fire because apparently we've become a matchmaking arson club.
Yeah,
apparently
something for everyone. That's what we do. We only do matchmaking for arsonists.
I'm gonna add a line saying also secretly an arson club.
Group.
Yeah, librarians and arsonists. We've found that actually they're really compatible with each other. So it's a sort of enemies to lovers situation.
So our hearts on fire, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So generally under the slogan, we'll also draw the emblem for the club. So I don't know if you want to take on the drawing job of maybe something like, I mean, I guess this will just be, I'm thinking as an emblem, it would be a matchstick with it as a heart flame on top.
Oh,
I really like that.
But we don't have to draw that now.
Yeah, but there's space for an emblem, so you can really personalize your social club. And the next step, which is a very, very fun one, we have to pick a rival club. Someone who maybe is the complete opposite of us and maybe they hate love, or another matchmaking club that maybe hates arsons. Because we're secret arsonists.
I like the thought of a literal matchmaking club, like a club that makes arson devices of sorts.
I think it's a candle making club.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone who's like, they keep losing members to us because they keep going to the wrong place.
Well, and also candles are like vaguely romantic too. So it's like, it's also like a candle making match. Like they host like events where you all make candles together, like one of those like pottery making kind of things, except you make candles and that's there.
And so we keep getting the pyromaniacs and they keep getting the people looking for love.
Yeah,
maybe our names are a bit similar. And we have to give them.
I like that we took their name, like their original name they wanted for their club. We took it first.
Or maybe they're called something like the Matchmakers. And
and people go to them for matchmaking. That's cute.
They're like, no, we literally make matches.
Just two clubs that have poor branding. And we hate each other for it.
So we're the matchbook, and they're the matchmakers.
Yep. Amazing.
So the next step is to write our first public challenge.
So now that we have a rival club, they're going to issue us a challenge. What's the first one they're going to give us?
I
have a long list of examples here that I can maybe.
And the public challenge will change throughout the campaign, but we can write our very first one.
I'm kind of thinking about like, but they just make matches, right? They're not like doing anything with love.
They make candles and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't do love
because I was
stuff.
like, if it was like, you know, who can get the most people married, if they were also like a matchmakers, like love related club. But never mind. That doesn't work if they only make matches.
I mean, it's a fun idea if they are also a matchmaking, as in an actual finding love connection club. Because I keep saying actual matchmaking, but actual matchmaking would mean making matches, which is what they do.
I kind of like the idea that they also are like actual like matchmakers for romance, but ours is based around books more than like, and theirs is based around candles.
A matchmaking club for candle enthusiasts.
Yes. Yeah. And ours is for book enthusiasts.
It's like a good dating activity.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
So
good.
you
Like
make
you
your
go on a
candle
date
together.
and you make candle, like it's an activity.
And we're both clubs that suffer from the same problem, which is that everyone comes to us for like, this is where we set off the fireworks, right?
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, we both suffer from like horrible branding.
So in that case, we could set a challenge that's something like find a match, be the first club to find a match for this rather like prestigious person that we know is like, or someone who's notoriously single, maybe like a celebrity.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first person to find a match for them is, the best club.
Set up the best meet cute for a local celebrity.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe it's like the first one to make a royal wedding happen.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's a big celebrity.
That is a big one, yeah.
I like that.
I mean, it can be like third or fourth in line for the throne, but
right.
But a royal.
Maybe we should also around the same time discuss which is the next step in the social club sheet, which is to come up with our big trouble. This is a all-encompassing problem that is threatening our club, because something about like making sure hosting a royal wedding sounds like an end game big challenge to me.
Right.
It seems pretty big, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Normally the big trouble is usually something like bad happening to the club, but it could be just something really daunting that they have to accomplish.
I mean, and we can also think of a different public challenge too if we come up with a trouble that doesn't fit that.
Yeah, because for public challenges, I was also thinking something like not love related, but like publicity kind of related, of doing a matchbook scavenger hunt. And the first person to collect all the different types of matchbooks in the town, and like there's a couple secret ones.
I kind of like that. That's kind of
win
fun.
the challenge.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, win a matchmaking matchbook scavenger hunt.
Yeah, I like that.
So
matchbook scavenger hunt. For our big trouble, I was kind of wondering if like the library is closing and we have to find a new space, but like we can't get a building permit.
That's not bad. But actually now thinking on the whole royal wedding, maybe we can do that. We've put a very big wager with the matchmakers that whoever can get a royal, like be responsible for a royal wedding happening, would be the club that stays open, and the other one must be absorbed by the other.
Oh my gosh.
That's big trouble. That's good. That's good.
Man, now I really want to roleplay this.
I know.
This is every single episode of this show ends there. That is like, I really want to play these characters. And I say like that was
campaign.
The biggest mistake that we made in making this show is that like it doesn't have an actual play associated with it. Like we just make these characters and then we all feel sad.
Yeah, because I think if you had to actually do an actual play of all of the ones you've done so far, you'd be how many sessions a week would you have to do?
Oh, good
gosh.
50 sessions?
Even if they were one shots? Yeah.
Yeah, even if they were one shots, it would be ridiculous because this is our 64th series that we've recorded.
Yep.
So,
oof.
Once a week, that'd be over a year. Over a year.
And it never ends.
No.
All right, so we said whoever loses this royal wedding challenge
must
to
forfeit
shut
their club.
down their club. Yeah.
Oh, that would be a good ending to the season. A royal wedding. Oh, that'd be so fun. So the next thing we do is we set the club funds to 0. Unfortunately, we start with 0. It's very sad.
Oh no!
But it won't stay 0 forever. Don't worry. The next thing we do, which is on the back of the social club sheet, is pick our personalized den. So when you create a new social club, you start off initially with just one room. And the personalized den is a unique room that is specific to our club's interests, which I guess in our case is going to be some sort of library.
Well, I was thinking it's just our first room is just our tea garden, our little.
Mhm.
Oh, I thought we were in a library garden.
Yeah, but wait, what do you mean? What do you understand by library garden?
I don't know. It's late in the evening. I don't know what I'm.
It's a garden outside the library, like a little library courtyard.
Yeah.
Enclosed by the interior walls of the library. It's an outdoor space.
Mm-hmm.
So in our tea garden.
Maybe you thought it was like a garden built out of books. Maybe that's what you thought.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. Look, I don't know.
I do like the thought of this library kind of being like almost two buildings side to side where there's walkways into both ends of the courtyard.
Oh, pretty.
And like a second story of the library creating an archway over each entrance. So like you've got this courtyard and it's completely outside and you can get there from the outside, but it's also like surrounded by these beautiful library walls.
I'm also thinking that as far as like expanding it too, we have an aristocrat who could potentially become a patron of the library and you start getting rooms named after you and things. And that's how we can expand our space.
Yeah, there's definitely a way to expand later. I like this idea for the personalized den.
Mm-hmm.
We can call it the tea garden. Did I? Yeah, tea garden.
Yeah, you said the tea garden.
And then there's just one last step to creating the social club, which is that we need to assign ourselves club roles as members. So there's the president, vice president, treasurer, and then we can come up with extra roles.
I'm going to say that I definitely should not be treasurer. Or should. I don't know. How many problems do we want me to cause? Because I'm not good with money.
I mean, that's just kind of funny, though. I don't want this to go well. Well, I do, but first I want it to go bad, and then eventually we actually get there.
Yeah,
right, we figure it out. Yeah.
I do like the thought of like, you own your own business. You're good with money.
Right.
Let's give you the treasurer.
Okay. Yeah.
Sure.
All right, I'll be treasurer.
I'm thinking maybe Winifred started the club, so maybe she's the president. Since she...
I like that.
Yeah, since she's trying to find herself a match, she would start a matchmaking club. And she's an aristocrat. She's got money.
Right.
So then maybe someone else can be the vice president. And we can come up with another role that may be specific to our club, because there's space for other roles that we can name. So maybe you can be our official book organizer, because we're in a library.
Well, I was thinking,
we're sort of a book club.
Could you remind me the character names again? Because I just...
Yeah, I can't remember right. So my character is Edith.
Edith?
Yep. I'm Margot.
Margot, okay.
That's who it was.
Edith, Margot, and Winifred, you said? No.
Yeah, Winifred. Yeah, Winifred.
Okay. Maybe maybe Margot can be the vice president, because we usually use the vice president as basically the one who actually does everything that the president should do. But president is mostly just a figurehead. So Margot can be vice president
and note taker.
Yes.
She runs the show.
And my character is going to be the event organizer.
Yeah,
because I'm there to make sure that the musical entertainment is right for any of our events, and that they all look very aesthetic and well
someone's got to decorate and very important.
You can put Tilly as head decorator.
Ryan, is Margot Margo or Margot?
GOT.
Okay.
Yep.
Margot. Yes, that's Margot. But
Margotio. Yeah. With a date.
Oh, I love this.
And I think that kind of finishes up our social club.
Let's see.
Matchbook club.
Are we just a club? Well, are we a club of 4 members then? Yeah,
I was about to add that under number of members. So when you first start your club, we start with 10 members.
Okay.
Or up to 10. I think we can decide if we have more members in our club. Should we have a few more?
Yeah, we should have 10 members. But we don't need to name these characters. They can just be random NPCs. Good. But there's space for some extra roles.
Oh, this is not including the protagonists. So we would have 14 members technically.
Yes.
I'm just trying to think,
I like
what
that we just have people.
What other roles do we need? We probably do need someone to like keep track of like the actual matches. Like we probably need an actual matchmaker.
Yeah.
Like head matchmaker at least.
I like that we would have scouts that like go out there and scout potential matches and like I guess kind of stalk them a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Making a secret stalking club.
But like, you know, respectfully.
Right. So we need like a head matchmaker and like stalkers.
Yes, scouts.
Excuse me, scouts.
We call them Cupid's little helpers. Okay.
Yes.
And maybe that's the role of our head matchmaker. We call him like the head Cupid. That could be their role.
I really want one of these scouts to be like a really sweet guy, but like he looks like a ginormous, intimidating goon.
Yes.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, he's like big, muscular, lots of tattoos, but just like the sweetest person. Yeah.
Exactly.
That
So,
can
like,
be our head Cupid.
If you see this guy following you, it's like, what did I do? What's going on? But he's just there taking notes like, oh, went to the coffee shop at 10 a.m. This is the drink that they prefer.
I think we should name him. He seems important to me. I'm already attached to him. I care very much about him.
Call him something like Biff.
Yes. I think his first name is actually like Eustace or something.
Eustace,
but,
Biff.
Or but we call him that.
Biff,
yeah. But yeah, he goes by Biff.
Eustace Biff. Oh, I love Eustace.
And
then we have a set of Cupid scouts that report back to him with potential interesting matches or and maybe some people who are also searching for like gossip as well, hearing about more high profile matches and arrangements.
Yes. Yeah. Well, and they got to check everybody out and make sure that they're not harboring secrets and things too, because maybe they come to us looking for a match, but they're not telling us everything.
I like kind of calling those like the little birds of sorts.
Yeah.
Like getting the dirt on people.
Why is this giving me Game of Thrones vibes now? What's he called? The little sparrows.
I guess that's probably where I got it from. Huh?
Oh my gosh, I really love this club.
Okay, so we're secretly a stalking club who...
Do we have a color scheme?
Ooh.
Like, do we have a main?
We have a uniform? Nah.
Oh,
we could.
I'm just thinking because, like, we have our emblem, and you know, like when we host official events, like, what is our letterhead? Like, you know, what kind of colors do we?
Maybe everyone has a little pin that is a little matchstick. It's like a gold matchstick, and that's their little. Yeah, that's how we identify the members.
I think gold would be a good color to go with. I mean, I'm the president. I have a gold cane.
Perfect.
Everyone has to match me.
I love it. Makes sense.
Oh no, too many match puns now. I can see them coming.
I didn't even see that. Oh no.
Now you told me you have a golden cane, and I'm thinking that your cane is just a matchstick as well.
Oh my god.
I know, I had that thought too.
One giant matchstick.
I love this. I love these people. I love this stupid little club. I can't wait for like the montages of like what the decor is and the food is and the outfits are at these balls that we host. Like,
we're definitely going to host a masquerade ball at some point.
Oh, yes, it's always fun.
Yes. Oh. Wow. Did we do it? Did we make characters?
I think we made our characters on our club.
Made a club. The only thing that's left on our club sheet. Not anything we have to fill in now, but we can talk about them. So as you mentioned earlier, you're going to expand your social club throughout your game. And at the bottom of your social club sheet, there's a club Renown bar. So at the end of every episode, the director is going to give your club maybe a Renown level or maybe 2, depending on what your club has accomplished in that session. So with each significant accomplishment, you might gain a Renown level. But also maybe it's something very humiliating for your club and you might lose a Renown level. And with each level of Renown, you get 10 new members to your club.
Oh, wow.
You can name every single character if you want, or just imagine they're all random NPCs. And the reason why Renown is important is because it's going to help you upgrade your club. So on the back of the sheet, you have your club upgrades. And these are just rooms that you can add to your initial personalized den. And in the book, there's a long list of club upgrades. And to unlock them, you need to have a specific Renown level and a specific amount of readies. And that we can all invest into the club and buy a new room, basically. And it's just a really cute way to feel invested in your club and
to personalize it.
But also these rooms create more narrative scenarios as well. Like there is there is a library as one of the rooms. There's, my favorite room is just the swimming pool. It has no purpose. It's just a swimming pool.
For example, there is the dance hall room. Maybe
the dance hall would be a good upgrade. There's the formal dining room.
There's a dressing room for all those clothing montages.
Yes,
I was gonna say I see that one right there, which is we're gonna need that.
And that's the social club. It's pretty much all we need to know. And now we can play. Now for the next 2 years, let's play a campaign.
I know. Oh, this was fantastic.
Oh, I really want to play this now.
I know.
Oh no! What have we done?
I am inspired to actually create some like pre-written characters and social club to have, and then have them available online for people to play this now. Because we've done that for in our book. We have like a gardening club that you can just take and plug in your characters into, and maybe I'll do a matchbook club.
Oh, there you go. Amazing.
I love it so much. Brian, we should start doing that. We should start like offering our services to write scenarios for people.
We've got the experience.
We do.
It's true. You must have created so many characters by now.
Yeah.
So many. And they're all amazing. I love them all.
So if you love them all, can you name them all? Go.
Oh gosh,
no. Not even remotely.
Or however many characters you have.
Yeah, no.
It's well into the 70s, if not 80s at this point.
Yeah, because sometimes we've created multiple ones.
But you'll always remember the Matchbook Club.
Yes.
You'll always remember the Matchbook Club.
Yes. Well, we've finished up character creation.
Yeah, I think we've gone through the sheets. They're pretty straightforward, and I think people can easily create their characters in social clubs.
Yeah, it was super easy.
I think you could already start just as soon as you finished creating the social club and the characters, you could already kind of visualize the entire story arc, what it's going to look like.
Yeah, we can see what a lot of the conflict is going to be already.
Royal wedding. Can't wait.
Yes.
Can't wait.
Well, thank you both so much for joining us for our Flabbergasted character creation. This was a blast. I'm so excited about this game. This is so good. It's so good.
Thank you guys for inviting us.
Do you want to remind everybody where they can find you online, where they can get this game? Anything else that you want to plug?
Yeah, so we're the Wanderers Tome. That's the name we operate under, and you can find us on wanderers-tome.com. And we're on most social media as well. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. as Wanderer's Tome. And you can get Flabbergasted on our website and on DriveThruRPG.
We also have our second product that we've just launched earlier this year, which is a character creator sticker book. So you can design your fantasy characters right at the table by layering stickers.
And it's so good.
Yeah, it's a doll maker and a sticker book. It's really, really fun.
Amazing.
Why has no one done that before?
Well, now we have.
Now you have.
It's currently in production, but it's available for pre-order.
Oh, I love that. That's such a good idea.
That's so good. Well, thank you both again. And thank you to everybody for listening. Please join us on the next episode for our discussion block. Call to action.
Yeah, like that. I love our social club.
It's so good.
It's so good. I really wanted to do for like a $10 patrons this month, like instead of a sticker, I really wanted to like make matchbooks. But like obviously that's ridiculous. And I can't do that. But yeah, I want to make a little matchbook. Like
right.
Yeah.
It's just so much fun. It was interesting that we all had the same idea.
Yes.
For a social club. Like, this is the only thing that makes sense, right?
It was like a very tentative, like, oh, can I make a suggestion? And then yeah, sure. Oh my God, that was my idea too.
I was lit because we took a break before we started the social club stuff, right?
Yeah.
And like, I'm walking around my house, like figuring out, what would make a good social club for this? And I'm like, of course, a dating service would make a lot of sense.
Obviously.
So yeah. So
yeah, it was like dating service or
it.
like book club, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
And now we got a dating service at a library.
It's true. So, yeah.
So
and we have what is our guy's name?
Oh, that's Biff.
Biff. Yeah.
Yeah, Eustace Biff. Or something.
Eustace. Yeah, I love him.
Eustace.
I just picture the biggest goon of a cartoon, like broad shoulders as nothing else, and like wider than a man could ever be, and
like neck tattoos and like Eustace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like super sweet and like writing in a tiny little notepad.
Right.
Just like itty bitty.
He's like the teeniest, tiniest, like most beautiful penmanship, the like perfect cursive.
Exactly. Yeah. And then like sitting with a newspaper that's like way too small for his giant mitts of a hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but we can't get into because people have to wait till the fanfic next time.
I know.
Do we talk about Biff? Like by this time, we had to name a couple members of our club, I think.
We did talk about Biff at this point, yes.
Okay. I was like, hopefully didn't ruin but people can get to our very good fanfic next time. Yeah.
Yes.
Didn't ruin anything. Stay tuned next week, folks, for it to get real good.
I know. Yeah. Oh my gosh. But no, I really enjoyed the social club aspect because like before that, we were just all individual characters. And this was a really neat way to tie everybody together.
Yeah.
So.
It was really good. I loved that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just so fun to create, like, because we love world building stuff, but it was just so much fun to like create a little club. Like,
I know.
I loved this game. I can see why it got nominated for an Emmy. Like, it's, chef's kiss. Mwah.
Absolutely.
So good.
But before we get into spoilers for next week's episode, and before we let you go for today, here are our calls to action.
The AcadeCon 2023 Kickstarter is almost done. I think by the time this comes out, it'll be just like a day or two left,
like
right?
Two or 3 days, something like that, yeah.
So if you want to help them out ahead of time and get a chance to maybe meet us in person, if we can make it all work, fingers crossed, definitely head on over to our show notes or to the Kickstarter, and you can get your pledge in before it ends later this week.
Mm-hmm. In other news, kind of personal news on my end, some really great folks did an actual play of one of my games. Like they recorded it and everything and put it on YouTube.
Whoa.
And I'm like,
that's crazy.
I know. It's such a surreal experience. I've been watching it and gosh, it's so good. So they played Our Final Gathering, the dreaded reflections of the immortal soul.
It's a great SEO title, by the way.
It's so good. But like basically they're playing it really seriously toned. They're taking it very seriously. They're tweaking it a bit. So they're playing out of chronological order, which makes it really interesting that they're jumping back and forth throughout the centuries. But like, gosh, the drama is so spicy. And then there's like love interests kind of entangled because one of them's playing the love interest that had entanglements with all three of the other characters. So it's like, it's really good. We'll have a link to that in the show notes if you want to check it out. Part 1 is up and available right now as of the time of this recording. Maybe by the time this episode comes out, part 2 will be out. But seriously, it's really good. And like, I am very flattered that somebody wanted to play my game and actually did it and then actually put it out there.
Is it like a particular cool show or channel that did it? Like,
it's Mads. Yeah, I'll have that in the show notes of what channel it is, but it's just somebody that plays a lot of games with people and puts them out there on YouTube and whatnot.
Cool.
So this is one of the games that is in that lineup, and it's intense. I love it.
Exciting.
It's so exciting.
If you like what we're doing here on our show, there are a number of ways you can support what we're doing here, including, and the one I really want right now, leaving us a review on Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, Podcast Addict, or Facebook. We will read all of our 5-star reviews here in our calls to action at the end of the show so that we can thank you personally. I really would like, I know everyone says this at the end of every show. They're like, leave us a review. It helps people find it. Like, no, leave a review because it makes me feel good.
Yes.
Okay.
We need more dopamine
because
for Amelia's
I've been
brain.
Sick.
Yeah.
And I need it. But yeah, we don't have any reviews right now. So if you would leave one, we will read it next week, and that would be awesome.
Exactly. We would appreciate it greatly. Another way to directly support our show is to check us out on Patreon. We do have multiple tiers. All of them are fantastic. A lot of good rewards there. Everyone gets our Chit Chat episodes every week and bonus outtakes. We also have a $5 tier that has bonus episodes as well as early release episodes. Right now, this whole series, 64, is ready and available for patrons at this level. So if you want to hear how this ends, go for it. The $10 tier includes video chats with us and other patrons at that level, as well as exclusive stickers.
Yay, stickers.
Month. I know.
Yeah, there have been fun ones so far. I know people have been posting about them in our Discord, and I think a couple of people may have tweeted photos too of them. Plus you get dice, and I write you a nice little thank you note. So
exactly,
you should do it. In addition to all that, we also thank everyone personally on every single episode because we will never stop being grateful to all of the amazing people that are helping us make this. Like, it's, I can't believe this many people support our silly little podcast idea.
Yeah, it's very nice.
I'm feeling warm and fuzzy today. So starting with Lieutenant and DJG, aka Tigranosaurus, we are so grateful to both of you. Thank you.
We appreciate your support, Eric Bonds and Daryl Holiday II. Thank you.
Many thanks to Shadim Cabal and the Shyest Barbarian.
Benjamin Sweeney and Lorcan McInnes, thanks for supporting our dreams.
Many thanks to Rob Fletcher and Kevin Brown.
Tentacle Duck and Cole McCallum, we are so grateful to you.
John Adamus and the Geriatric Gyrating Gerbils featuring Gopher, the General of Groove. Many thanks to you.
Carlos Salazar and Eric S., thanks for making this all possible.
Ross Kingston and Ian Popmeyer, thank you both.
We're glad to have you here with us. Sorry Goth and Liam G., thanks for supporting.
Thanks to Brian Colm and the Garden GM. We're really glad to have you backing us.
And thanks to Dark Mirror and Tom. Glad to have you here.
Thank you to Blue Kryptonite and Danny.
Many thanks to Nicole Trainer and Liam Murray.
And Satwat Kangura and Kenning, our deepest thanks.
And thank you to all of our future supporters as well. Your assistance helps pay for the production of the show and really makes us feel really grateful every single month and takes that weight off of our shoulders. You'll also be joining a growing and supportive community on our Discord at discord.charactercreationcast.com and get exclusive patron-only channels. Come join us.
That's all we have for today's episode. We're really glad that you could join us for this amazing series. Please join us next time as we get to our truly inspired, incredible fanfic. Please come hear more about Biff's incredible journey. Until then, take care, everyone. Stay safe out there. Drink some water. Don't get sick like I did. Spread some joy and keep making those amazing people. We'll see you next time.
Character Creation Cast is a production of the One Shot Podcast Network and can be found online at www.charactercreationcast.com. Head to the website to get more information on our hosts, this show, and even our press kit. Character Creation Cast can also be found on Twitter and Blue Sky at CreationCast, or on our Discord server at discord.charactercreationcast.com. I'm one of your hosts, Ryan Bolter, and I can be found on Twitter and Blue Sky at Lord Neptune or online at lordneptune.com. Our other host, Amelia Antrim, can be found on Twitter and Blue Sky at Ginger Reckoning. Music for this episode is used with a Creative Commons license or with permission from the podcast they originated from. Further information can be found within the show notes. Our main theme music is Hero Remix by Steve Combs and is used with a Creative Commons license. This podcast is owned by us under Creative Commons. This episode was edited by Ryan Bolter. Further information for the game systems used and today's guests can also be found in the show notes. If you'd like to support our show, find us on Patreon. Get access to bonus episodes, exclusive merch, and much more at patreon.com/charactercreationcast. Thanks for joining us. And remember, we find that the best part of any role-playing game is character creation. So go out there and create some amazing people. We'll see you next time.